Hi there, it's Dana. This is now the end of week 5 after my surgery. Today's date is Monday, August the 20th. As of August 17th, I have had 1 month of most of a tumor removed. I don't know how else to put that. There's been a lot going on, so I think the best way to split this up is probably just in weeks, maybe. If you guys didn't read what Chris wrote on my Unfortunate Brain News Tumblr, which is unfortunatebrainnews.tumblr.com, and on his Cylon.com blog, we found out what the type of tumor was, which is a neuronal neoplasm. We went back for the follow-up. So I'll probably put some more up about that. But the good news is it's pretty rare. But it's also not nearly as aggressive as a typical glial tumor, glioma, glioblastoma, etc. It is neuronal, or of the nerve. It originated in my brain, not in another part of my body. I don't know why. I guess I'll talk about how I'm doing. I'm great. I went back to work, sort of unofficially, the week of the 6th, just visiting, and then the week of the 13th, I went back full-time. So I've had a full-time week under my belt at work. It's been great. My work family has been really supportive this whole time, so it meant a lot to me to get back kind of as soon as I could, as soon as I felt okay, because I missed them. And they made a really, really sweet video for me when I was in the hospital. And why am I crying this early? Okay, it was really cool. So back to work. I've had to do a lot of paperwork sort of that first week I was here, getting things straight with insurance, and also just trying to make sure that I was cleared to go back to work. I think that with a big hospital it'd be easier to get a hold of somebody if they're out of town, like there would be a backup, because that's what we do at my work. Is if you're out of town, you have a backup. But sometimes in the cases of doctors or nurses, they don't have a backup. They're the only one that can sign that piece of paper for you. Spoiler alert, have you ever seen Paranormal Activity? There's this demonologist that goes out of town when they need him the most, and there's no backup demonologist. So that's kind of how it is. They're specialists, and if you get them, you get them. If you don't, you gotta wait 4 days to get them to sign some paperwork. Really fun. It was really, really stressful, like that whole aspect of it, of waiting on somebody, and you're kind of in your willingness to want to do something is in somebody else's hands. As of this week, I also got to stop wearing my surgery socks. They give you these compression socks so you don't get any sort of blood clot or stroke while you're in the hospital and while you're sort of at a lesser mobility than normal. So my cool hipster socks had to go. Yes, I mean, I'll probably still keep them around for costumes and stuff, but it was nice to not have to wear this to sleep because they're very, very, well, for me, they're really uncomfortable. Just dress them up, add some flowers and spangles, you're good to go. I've been trying to find some stuff online on what exactly it is that I have now that I'm feeling a little bit better. I can lift more, I can lift my cats. It's pretty great. Hopefully traveling soon, so I can hopefully lift my suitcase without any problems. And if not, then I'll just harass somebody to do it for me. I'm going to talk about allergic reactions that people sometimes have. Your body changes as you get older, especially if you have any sort of big event or traumatic event. Sometimes people, when they're pregnant, they have weird things happen in their body and they have different allergies. And I feel like I now have some strange allergies going on. As you can see, my staples are out. Sad, but true. I've got little baby hairs growing in up here. My scar's happening. But I don't think you can see it, but on this side of my face I had a weird allergic reaction rash start forming last week. I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's any of my medications that all of a sudden now my body doesn't like. I also don't know if it's from being around people that smoke. I've been trying to be really good and stay away from bars. Atlanta, Georgia, is not a city that is very good about non-smoking policies. I mean, in some people's eyes, it might be good about it because you can smoke, but I don't smoke. I never have. Maybe in middle school, when your friend steals their mom's cigarettes and you're like, I'll try one. But no, I don't like holding people's cigarettes. I had to smoke a fake cigarette in a play once, and they got really mad at me. They wanted to smoke a fake one and not a real one. because it was something that I promised myself I'd never do when my dad passed away. I mean, it's really carcinogenic, people. And it freaks me out that there are so many people that do it. Yeah, I didn't smoke and I got this. So either that can mean one or two things. I should smoke all I want and not worry about it, or I should kind of stay away from it if I can. I was at an event the other night, and it was one of my first, like, I'm going out, trying to test it, and we were waiting for somebody at a bar that was really smoky, and I stood outside, and more and more people kept waiting with us, and then people who were smoking were coming over, and I was like, oh, this is the reason I'm standing here, so I don't have to be near smoking, and it's not fun. So, yeah, if you have a sick friend, please don't smoke around them. And if they say they need to get away, please understand, because I felt bad when I had to tell people I had to get away. And I try not to preach about it, but it really does baffle me, let me put it that way, that so many people smoke. There's a lot of carcinogenic stuff, I guess. Cell phones, teddy bears, bottled drinks, but that's a big one. Alright, that's over. I also have this little fluid pocket, like on the side of my head that's going down a bit. It keeps moving around. I realized I feel better if I sleep actually towards this, like into the pocket, which you're not supposed to do the first few weeks, but now I can. That feels nice. My scar is almost healed. I still get headaches every now and then from lifting or just doing too much. But that gets better and better, and I kind of challenge myself to get stronger and do more. There's balance, because there's a sweet spot. You don't want to push yourself too much, but you have to eventually train yourself to get stronger and do some of those things you used to be able to do. So, getting better all the time. It's okay to cancel plans if you don't feel well. I had to do that a lot this weekend. I'm just really tired. And I don't know if I'd gotten sick from something else or if it was related to having an allergic reaction from who knows what. But yeah, I felt bad. I had to call out of a couple things. I missed a wrestling show and karaoke and fun stuff. My scab's almost healed. I had a lot of scabbing the first few weeks, not so much now. Pretty good. All I can say is it's been nice to be a month out. And thanks, everybody. And I'll talk a little bit more about what I have when we know more about it. I've got to get an MRI every 3 months for the next year or 2 years, and then maybe slow it down once they check it out. The first one is in Houston, so they can make sure that they did the work okay. And then we're trying to get set up with a doctor at Emory to do the rest here. So, be nice. Because I don't want to have to go to Houston every time I need to get scanned. That's just crazy. Okay, bye now.